Just pull the connector back off the throttle position sensor. You need to test each one of these terminals to figure out which one is the 5-volt reference signal, your ground, and then your signal wire. But you just hook the black lead up to the negative side of the battery, put it to DC volts, and you take the red lead. You take the red lead, turn the key to the on position, then you touch each terminal, and you're looking for a 5-volt reference signal, which is that's it. So on mine, it's the top terminal is a 5-volt reference signal. So in other words, when you plug it in, it's the top terminal. Then in order to see find the ground, you leave your negative lead to the negative terminal. You turn this to continuity. So in my vehicle, I've turned the key off, and then you want to take your red lead and touch the other two terminals, not the terminal that the top terminal is the 5-volt reference signal. Do not touch this to that. Just test the other two. You're looking for ground. And that's ground. The bottom wire is the ground, which means the center wire on the connector is the signal wire. So now we've determined which wires are which on the connector for the throttle position sensor here. I'm going to go ahead and move these hoses out of the way so I can put some back probe pins. But just loosen up these collars. This should pull right off. And then you just swivel this out of the way. Take this dust cover off the throttle body. You can what I do is take this connector off, and then what you want to do is put some back probe pins in because as you remember, the top wire is the 5-volt reference signal. You don't need that. You back probe the center wire, which is the signal wire, and back probe the ground wire, which is the bottom wire. Right now the key is off and the battery is disconnected. So what I did is I went ahead and put back probe with some T-pins, and I've got the red lead hooked up to the signal wire, and I've got the black lead hooked up to the ground wire. I've got about 0.9 volts, which is spec for this vehicle, this truck. Here's the throttle, and I'm just going to run it up and see how it looks. And that's about right. What you see right there is on an auto ranging multimeter. It's switching ranges, so it looks like it's jumping, but it isn't. It's just, yeah. You can change the range on the meter to hundreds, and you won't have that. And that's all to spec, and the throttle position sensor looks pretty good. Got 0.9 something on the idle. Run it up slowly to wide open throttle, 2, 3, and that's just about spec. So the throttle position sensor looks pretty good on this. Well, I forgot to mention, if I didn't, this is key on, engine off test here.